Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how you can clean up and categorize and organize your effects menu and also your synth menu. So these are the menus inside of FL when you want to drop down something. Sometimes you have maybe redundant stuff. Maybe you've uninstalled plugins and those effects are still populated here and you want to remove them. Maybe you want to categorize them. And the same can be said about your VST instruments. So we're going to be looking at instruments and effects. How can you delete redundant ones? How can you categorize it? So in ImageLine's help, they actually mentioned that that menu is kind of like a shell, like a file explorer. It works in real time. And so to demonstrate that, I'm going to show you first which folder you have to go to. With FL Studio 20, it's different because it's actually in your documents folder. It's not within the root folder of FL Studio. So I want you guys to navigate to Documents, ImageLine, Data, FL Studio, Presets, and you come to this folder, Plugin Database. At that point, there's just two folders you want to focus on, Effects and Generators. Generators are your synthesizers, your VST instruments, and effects, of course, are your VST effects, reverb, EQ, all that good stuff. So if you notice, FL Studio does populate folders. Sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're not. Sometimes it'll put it under like a folder named restoration, or try to associate it to something for you, auto populate something if it's mastering, if it's dynamics, if it's something like that. But you have total control and these changes take place in real time. So let's go ahead and show you. Let's look at this folder that says FabFilter. We can see we have some FabFilter plugins here. What does that look like on the menu? It should populate right here, FabFilter. So we see that, looks good. Now what happens if we go ahead and rename this? FabFilter James Bond, same thing, FabFilter James Bond. And you can also say, you know what, I don't want any of these folders. And if you took all of these FST files out, it would no longer be in there. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so they're there. And what happened? We don't see anything there. If we press F, we see that it's just organized within the main folder. It's no longer in its own folder. Let's go ahead and cut that. Go ahead and come back to FabFilter. Let's put those back. Let's rename this. Okay. And let's look at like an instance where like I don't want this. I don't want Abbey Road Chambers mono stereo. Is that showing up? It is. It's the first one. It's in alphabetical order, but then also alphabetical relative to your folders that you have. So the folders will create these, the gray. That's a folder. FX is a folder. And if you delete the folder that contains this FST file, it'll take that as well. So basically just structure it like a normal folder structure. And at that point, you can name it whatever you like. You could have like FabFilter and then you could put FL. I did that personally. I put my favorite FL plugins in here. Don't be too concerned about the info and the PNG. That's okay. The reason why it's populating this is just so it can show you like a preview if you end up using the when you right click on the arrow, I believe, or if you use the browser. So don't worry about that. If it's there, don't delete it. But the main thing that's important is the .fst, because that's what shows up in the effects menu. And so this is something I created a structure long ago. We can see here May of 2018, Fruity Blood Overdrive, EQO, and we can see if I hit F, everything is there, Edison, all that good stuff, all the FL plugins that I want to use. And so you have complete control over this, guys. You can delete anything you don't need there. Let's say you're not using Ozone 8 anymore. If you're not using Ozone 8, what would you do? You could even come in here, search Ozone. And when you search Ozone, just go ahead and delete those files. Now this is taking a bit of time. It's glitching out there, but you get the idea, is that you can delete things individually. You can delete all of it. You can give a totally new folder. Give it a new folder. Call it like my favorite plugins. And if we did that, and let's say I love Waves C6. This is my new favorite plugin. New favorite, where is that? Right there, C6. So these effects you do are all in real time. So I hope you guys can get an idea what you can do. You can fix problems, you can fix duplicates if you have duplicates. You can correct maybe the wrong plugin being identified. Maybe if it's opening the wrong plugin, you can take care of that. So this is really about fixing the appearance and the redundancies and duplicates and categorizing, compartmentalizing the VST effects that you have. Now the same process goes to your instruments. All you have to do is jump up to plugin database, not effects, and go to generators. So I did the same thing here. It had its own list, kind of just all over the place. And what I ended up doing was I created some folders. I put the 3x oscillator and everything in there. And we can see that everything refreshes in real time. Whatever it is you want to do. Any plugin you want to open up. Anything you want to change here. Now these I didn't. You can see here, this name here, synth. Image line FL Studio did that automatically. So again, that might be something you want to change. I enjoy Contact. I'm probably going to move Contact over there. But we can see that there's two contacts. It could be the case where one of them's 32-bit or 64-bit. So if that is the case, then you're going to want to check those settings. Now it's not showing up here because this is an FL instrument. But let's say you throw in something like this, a free plugin. It'll show you if it's 32-bit native or not. So be careful. Don't go ahead and by accident delete a 32-bit or 64-bit. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and go to more plugins and start adding them again in the plugin manager, which is a different video. You guys might want me to cover the plugin manager, but I just wanted to today talk about how you guys can organize and sort all that good stuff within your generators, your instruments, and your effects, your VST effects. So straightforward. But something that was really cool, I never realized it until I started experimenting. I'm like, wait, I can rename these. These just show up in real time. And it's just as simple as that. Navigating to that folder, going to the desired folder. You can delete all these folders. You can delete everything off this list and re-add them again. So don't be concerned. You're not going to do permanent damage if you go ahead and delete the FST files that are in here. But it's a good way of sorting stuff, cleaning up stuff, and removing things that maybe were left over but didn't get removed. So I hope you guys like this video. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. If you guys like this video, drop a like. Remember to smash the subscribe button. I got more videos coming up. And I hope you guys have an excellent holiday, excellent Halloween. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.